Hey up Woodlanders, welcome back. We are at the end of the Timber Festival. We did a bit of a tidy up this morning and popped up to the festival ground. We got all our stuff out this morning. We are back to reality today. I've just finished eating my raspberries, fresh raspberries from the garden with some extra thick double cream, which was pretty awesome. We sold a fair bit at the weekend, but it was mainly stuff that I'd had for ages, and we decided to do a half price sale, which was good because out of all the half price stuff we had, I bet there's only 4 little pieces left, which was great. The majority of our take-ins over the weekend were from things that we've had for so long that you almost get like, will this ever sell? But today I've got to do a couple of panels, which I really didn't want to do, but I had my arm twisted up my back. So what we've got to do is we've got to rip these 2 bits of 4x2 rails in half, and then I can make these panels up. Tomorrow hopefully then I can weave them. And the other thing I wanted to tell you about is I succumbed. I'll just show you. So next door to me is Mick Waldron, and he is a forester in the National Forest, so a lot of his timber extraction comes from within the National Forest, which is fantastic. And he's always on the lookout for unusual bits of timber, so often the butt ends that the sawmills don't want, he will take away and put on his own sawmill. And he set up this sort of micro business on the side of his forestry business where he planks the timber, dries it in a store over at near Colville, and then he brings all the timber to sale at, and he did a cracking week. He had such a fantastic weekend sales wise. But as always, I succumbed to more unusual quirky bits of timber. So I bought a piece of ash, I bought another piece of ash, and then I bought some robinia, which is rather special. I don't think the robinia will ever leave the workshop or the home because I love it so much. This is a piece of ash, and I liked it because of this sort of dead knot in there. So that was really special. I have no idea what I'll use it for, I just like the look of it. It's always a challenge when you pitch next to a guy who sells timber and you love timber. It's like a child in a sweet shop, just going mad for it. Makes you wonder why I keep buying more timber. You know what we talked about a few months ago about that holiday blues feeling? I feel like that today. Like the festival's over, I'm back to humdrum. Right, we've got them bolted together, and we've got them in the trailer next. And maybe we could weave these tomorrow. Morning, welcome back. Today's jobs, we've got a charcoal burn I've just started. You're sitting on the other barrel, which might go in just after lunch. And then today I've got to try and get these 2 panels done. So just when you think you've done all the hazel panels for this year, you get some last minute orders, and I think this is just about going to clean me out of half decent rods. So we'll get this one done and that one done just behind you. Honestly, there is no more hazel panels after this. I said that last time, but I really mean it this time. This is the last of the last. Let's go. Since I branch logged last week, I'm trying to keep this area tidy, so I'm trying to be really organised and put all the offcuts in the bin first. That's one down and one to go. We're not doing too bad at the minute. We've got the charcoal burn that's gassing. This panel's finished. We've got another panel to prep and start weaving. It's getting very close to lunchtime. So all in all, a very productive morning. That's it, they're both done. They're off to Repton, and I think we've got just enough time to go and deliver them. So let's go and buzz off to Repton, drop these off. We're done for today. The other 3 in the trailer, chap is going to pick them up tomorrow. So that's it. That is me absolutely finished and done. I'm not doing any more hazel panels this year. We had some inquiries again yesterday for more panels to go down to Market Arborough, which is a bit far for me really. I've had to just say there's no chance until October at least, so they're hopefully going to wait, but if not, we will start the season afresh in October. But let's get these off, and I will see you in the morning. Just forgot, I left the valves open. I'm just going to check on it. What we'll do is shut all the vents down. It might not fully convert, but at least it's not dangerous. We don't want ashes, we want charcoal. Beautiful clouds, look at that. That is absolutely stunning. I love that. You know, since I've been doing time lapses, I've never really truly valued clouds, but time lapses are totally awesome for capturing cloud movement. I love that. What a stunning blue colour, so peaceful. Good morning. Midges. Today is another tractor day, so I'm in my element. I've had 2 tractor days in a week, which is rather awesome. So I'm being midged to death this morning. We've got some branch logging, so those old rods there that are no good, they have got through the branch logger and they'll be converted into charcoal one day. And then once we've done the branch logging, it's taking the machine off, put the trailer on, then we'll do some extraction. And then if we get all the extraction done, then I've got to start moving some of these pallets about with all the branch loggings on. So try and get them tucked inside the woodland so they're out of this sort of open areas, just to sort of tidy and get everything collected together. That's the idea. It's like a proper tidy up day. Now I don't know whether all my plans will work out, but stay with us. By the end of the day, you and I will know whether I have been successful. And also you may have noticed that we've got the pins out again today. It's supposed to be really nice weather, but at the minute it looks like it's going to rain. Right, let's get going. It's 1 pile down, and I think 1 pile to go. So we'll go and move the tractor. Bobby button, or sticky willy, or I think other people call it cleaver, because as you can see on the back of my gloves, it's mad stuff. We used to throw it to our mates. Mates used to wear woolly jumpers for school. Nobody wears wool anymore, I think they wear fleece now. Look at it. What was I going to say then? I was going to say something. Oh yeah, besides all the cleaver and the grasses, trying to locate the stacks of wood, I was going to tell you about the robinias. So this was the area that we felled quite a bit of ash in the winter, and we branch logged this area up, and that was on one of the wood logs. And then we planted some robinias, which was on another wood log, only we had a dry spell, which was a bit rubbish really. Plus you've planted underneath trees that already exist, and there's a root system and a dryness to the ground. And I didn't think any had survived. Well, I found about 3 so far. on closer inspection I might find there's maybe 25% that have survived, but it's not particularly. I think I planted about 100 robinias, and if 20 to 25 have survived, I'd be surprised, which is a real shame, because I was hoping to try and get robinias established up here. But if it's not a goer, I mean, the only other option then you've got is to buy plants, because I grew them from seeds, is to buy plants from a nursery stock that hopefully are cell grown, which are a lot better. Cell grown trees, I've always had fantastic results with them. Bare root trees are always a bit of a hit and miss. But I was late putting them in, and we've put them underplanted under other trees, and we had a dry spring, so all in all they've really not had the best of chances. Anyway, let's go and put this lot away, and we'll come back for another load. Wow, that was an ordeal. See, I'm not very good at this. So this is the bit where I go and show myself up, because I am hopeless at fork truck style manoeuvres. I had this headstock from a forklift truck from a breaker's yard, and I had the pallet tines as well. Now I had it modified so it will accept a 3-point linkage from Kilworth tractors. Now they're doing a marvellous job. So it means now I can lift up my pallets of branch loggins, and I can lift up my pallets of logs, only just because the linkage lift is a bit limited, because that weighs an absolute ton. There's about 200 kilos steel in that. Now if that was lighter, it'd be a whole lot better. It's so heavy, it's insane. Of course, the linkage lift on this is only like, I think it's 800 kilo, and with that, plus you've got the weight of the over at that end, which limits you down to about 300 kilos, so it only just lifts a pallet full of logs. But it does it, and I'm glad about that. So, what we'll do next is we'll do some manoeuvring and see how badly I can make this job. Oh, to have a skid steer loader. But it does it, and I'm grateful for that. I think I'm going to struggle with this one, because this is oak, and from what I remember it was rather heavy. Never lifted it with this before. Oh, no, front wheels are in the air. We can safely say that it's too heavy. Forget that. Guilty. That one's as well. Perfect. Look at that. Ah, what a great day. We have had a proper tractor day today. So we've managed to get, you know, all them cages that were all in the apple trees and that, managed to get all them out. We've got the cages out that were just there. We've got the cage out there that was branch logged this morning. 3 cages out of pine branch loggins from down the bottom end, so they'll be used to fire the retort over the next few weeks. What I wanted was all of these baskets closer to where I work, because it's a right frustration having to go all the way down the bottom end to carry up a bucket full of branch loggins. So hopefully that was a day well spent, and it will teach me to try not to be so messy in the future. I was going to be cutting some firewood Friday, but it looks like I'm going to be picking up the trailer that I bought about 6 weeks ago that I've been waiting on somebody to come fetch for me, but that didn't really work out. So what I've done is I've managed to get another friend of mine, a very good guy called Mick Waldron from Rowan Timber Products. He's very kindly let me hire his trailer off him, which is a big 14-foot trailer. So I've got to pick that up Friday and go and pick up this little ag trailer on Friday, and then they've got some scrap metal as well to pick up. So that looks like that will be all day Friday. So I'll bring you along for that. But in the meantime, thanks for watching today's episode of Tractor Activity, and there'll be a little bit more tomorrow. See you in a bit. We've managed to get the trailer on. A bit of a struggle in places, but the two of us managed to fudge it and get it to go on anyway. So I'm just on the way back now to the Woodland, in the hope that somehow I can get this thing back off again. That could be very, very interesting. The trailer is about to be taken off. I rang a mate of mine down the road. He's got a Manitou. My idea was to get in the yard, get the Manitou, lift it up, and then just sort of basically tow it off the back. Only he's out hay cutting, so there's absolutely no way he can do it today, and I can't leave this on the trailer overnight. So we've come up with my version of a Heath Robinson design. Our oak there, which weighs approximately 2¼ of a ton. So the idea is I've put a ratchet strap around there, look, on the bottom, with a ratchet on it. I'm going to put a ratchet round the trailer, get that leg to skid down here, and then once we've done that we can move the ramps out to full width and possibly either winch it off further, or I might be able to just drive the van forward and get it to come off the ramp slowly. That's the idea. I'll bring you along and we'll hopefully do this together. Bit of moral support and all that. See what on earth hash job I can make of this. If I pop you on here, you can watch from a distance. Wowee, that was madness, that was, but we managed it without bending anything. Nothing snapped, nothing broken. Managed to get it off the trailer. Bit of brute force and ignorance, but yeah, that's me really. And it's absolutely roasting today. At the moment it's 26 degrees. I'm just going to nip back and get some weld mesh from the same guy, and then we're done. We've arrived, and I'm not going to try and back the trailer in the gate again because that was rather tricky. So I'm just going to oof this off and ball it off. I bet you're shouting at me now for not folding my ratchet straps up properly. Sorry about that. I'll try harder next time. And that's it. I'm done. I'm done in, I think. What a red hot day. It's been about 26 degrees all day today. And it's supposed to be even hotter tomorrow, but tomorrow is the weekend. So that can only mean one thing. This is the end of the woodlog for this week. Appreciate you watching again this week. If you want to like and subscribe, and feel free to share it if you think somebody you know might be interested in the channel. You're welcome to do that. But as always, if you're able to, try and get out and enjoy some woodland again this week. It's cracking weather, cracking time of year. See you on the next one.